Wow, that's quite a lot. But you
I
haven't
want to
been
go
to
more.
Holland. You haven't been to Holland yet.
No, Holland. I
Oh,
should go, right?
it's very very nice. At the moment, I just returned from almost a year of traveling in Southeast Asia, and now that I am back in Holland, I bought a motorcycle, and now I'm just driving around Holland. But it's quite
Wow.
a beautiful place. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful place.
You
Okay.
can. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
please,
start it.
please, please.
No,
What
no,
was
I
your
just want
question?
to know. Just want to know that you can ride the bikes around Holland. It's a small
Yeah,
city.
it's a very
No?
small country. Very
Oh,
small country.
okay. Okay.
Wow. Ha, I see. Ha has visited. Hua. And how did you
Mm.
like Holland?
Yes, very special in tulip flower season and a lot of
Yeah.
bicycle in Amsterdam.
Yeah, a lot of bicycles. Yeah. And
Yes,
where have you been in Holland? Only Amsterdam or more?
Amsterdam. After that, I go to the big garden with tulip coconut, and I go
Mm-hmm.
to the wine mill, the wine
Yeah,
mill
yeah.
because yeah, yeah, because I only
Wow.
stay yeah, I stay there only 3 days, so just visit a little bit, not too much. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, and let's give Taweeb a little chance as well. And Taweeb, where have you been in Holland?
Yes, it's a long time about it. 10 years ago, I lived to the Benelux. You know Benelux?
Uh,
France.
can you can you type this for me? I might just know the Dutch pronunciation.
Okay, I have been to the France and next to the
Farms.
Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
Luxembourg.
all the way in this, Luxembourg. Oh, okay, yeah. So in the old
And
Benelux. Yeah, we
yes,
call it the
Benelux. Yeah,
Benelux.
Benelux.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
Holland is
Okay.
very, very good to the to the building.
To
The
the
building.
the
The
building.
building.
Which
Building. Yes.
which building?
In the I think in the building in the light in the lentil, it's a very very good. It's very nice. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. No. Okay. Well, before we go too much off topic, let's quickly start our class. So the topic overcoming the generation gap in the family. In 30 seconds, do you ever have difficulty understanding what your parents say? Pink, do you ever have difficulty with this?
Mm, not much because I think my parents uh they know a lot with my generations,
Mm-hmm.
and I think maybe um not about the parents said, but maybe it's about a behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's more of the way that they acted, maybe. But your parents are quite futuristic. Let's call it futuristic almost. That they're quite modern.
Yeah, more modern.
Okay.
Yeah, more modern.
Yeah. Okay. And Juan, do you ever have difficulty understanding what your parents say?
It's easy to understand, but difficult because we have the different point of view in our life.
Yeah, yeah. You all have a different perspective, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, very good answer. Yeah. And Taweeb, how about you? Do you ever have difficulty understanding what your parents say, or in your case, maybe your children?
Um, uh, I have a bit difficult understand because it's my older son and younger son is a new generation and new technology, but I an old technology. It's difficult to
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
like yeah, they have to the internet. You have to the Thai. You have to quickly and fast for the communication.
Yeah, yeah, that's of course that generation gap. Yeah, I like that you say fast. Yeah, nowadays it's all a lot quicker. Yeah, okay. Good job, guys. Let's quickly continue. So, We have a picture over here, someone playing with her phone, or two people playing with their phone and two people reading a newspaper. And the title of this picture is Generation Gap. Tawib, what do you think about this picture?
This picture describes to the generation gap is about in the generation. There's two grandfather and two grandson. Yes, in to look in the conservative. Yeah, the grandfather to list the newspaper old style, and the grandson to list in the like in something to in a smartphone.
Yeah.
This is for the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Yeah. And Hua, what do you think about this picture?
Yes, I think for the old generation, they always use their own techniques. It means technology. They use the paper to read the news, and for the new generation, the young people, they don't want to go to the newspaper shop to buy the newspaper, just need to go to the online newspaper and read on the smartphone. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah. And Pink, on which side do you think you are? Are you with your smartphone, or do you use a newspaper still?
Absolutely, smartphone.
Yeah.
I cannot remember the last time that I read the newspaper. My dad is always buy it from the shop, and he read it around 3 newspaper a day. I always read it from my smartphone. I just click. I can read a lot of news in the internet. But I think my dad, his generations, maybe he loved to hold something and read it like a book. My dad love reading a book, but my generations, teenager, love reading a book from like a e-book from the internet rather than holding a book. But it depends on the persons. But I think there's generation gap between my dad's generations and mine.
Yeah, yeah, very well said. Yeah, excellent. I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. Good job, guys. Let's quickly continue. Let's see our vocabulary. The words we will practice today are generation, elderly, grumpy, narrow-minded, stubborn, and conservative. I want to practice the pronunciation, so please repeat after me. Tawib, generation,
Generation,
elderly,
elderly,
elderly.
elderly,
Very good. Hua, grumpy,
Grumpy,
grumpy.
grumpy,
Very good. And narrow-minded.
narrow-minded,
Very good. And Pink, stubborn,
Stubborn,
conservative.
conservative.
Excellent. Hua, can you choose one of the words and define that word for me?
Yes. I choose number 5, stubborn. It means
Stubborn.
person. Yeah. It means the characteristic of one person. It's very hard for them to change their mind, and they only keep their thinking and their point of view.
Yeah, very good. And can you make a sentence with stubborn?
Yes. My younger brother, he's very stubborn. When I give him advice, he don't want to change anything.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, my younger brother is very stubborn. Excellent. Yeah. A good explanation here when I give him advice. Very good. Can you choose another word for me, Hua?
Yeah. The second word, the generation.
Generation. And what is a generation?
Generation means the different people in I don't know, the different level of I understand, but I don't know the word in English to explain.
It's a little hard to yeah. Do you know the years that are usually counted for a generation?
I think around 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah.
20
So
years.
generation is the next group of the children. Yeah. So your offspring, you can say almost. Yeah, very good. And can you make a sentence with generation?
Okay. Generation. The young generation, they are very active and very creative.
Yeah, the young generation. Yeah, in this case, it is a collective noun, generation. So is correct as.
Yeah.
Are is correct, so both is correct. You can see generation as a singular and as a plural. Personally, I always see it as a singular. I always see it as one group, but as it is a collective noun, both is correct. Yeah, very good. That's very interesting. I do notice quite a lot that people from my part of the hemisphere will say a collective noun is singular, and I notice that my Vietnamese and my Thai students still like to see it as a plural. So that's interesting to see that difference. Yeah, very good. Pink, can you choose two other words?
Okay, grumpy.
Grumpy.
Grumpy. Yeah. Grumpy is explain about when you easily annoy or easily anger with something or someone.
Yeah. Are you a grumpy person?
No.
Pink? No, not at all. No?
No.
Okay.
But my dad is very grumpy.
He's grumpy, yeah. And can you make a sentence with grumpy?
Okay. Our neighbor is a grumpy old man.
Our neighbor is a grumpy old man. Be careful with the preposition here. Use that article. He is a grumpy old man. Yeah?
A grumpy old man.
Yeah, very good. And can you choose another word?
Okay, conservative.
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 Excellent. And what does conservative mean? It's a hard one.
It's a hard one. It's like you're not accepting of change, or you don't want to change, and you don't accept a new ideas.
Yeah. You're standing still almost. Yeah. Very good. And can you make a sentence with this word?
My dad is very conservative. He's not around me to went out with any boy and with any guy.
He?
He's not around me to went out with any guys.
Yeah, so he, and in this case, not is not. It's not the verb be. It is the verb to do. So he doesn't allow me.
Okay,
yeah?
He doesn't allow me.
Yeah. It is an action, so you do this. You go out with guys, so that's an action you do.
Okay.
So he does not allow it. Yeah? Very good. Very good sentences, Pink. And Tawib, the last two are for you. Elderly. What does elderly mean, Tawib?
Elderly it means characteristic. Old or aging. Synonym is S of gray. Old or aging.
Old or aging. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can get into that. Yeah. And can you make a sentence with elderly?
Okay. She was elderly and silver-haired.
She was elderly and...
Silver-haired.
Can you type this for me?
Silver hair.
Silver hair.
Yeah, silver hair.
Ah, she was elderly, and in this case you would say, and had silver hair, perhaps. Yeah, oh, and silver-haired. You're absolutely right. Yeah, she was elderly and silver-haired. That's beautiful. Yeah, very, very good, Tawib. Can you repeat after me? Silver-haired.
She was elderly and silver-haired.
Very good. So focus on that ending sound here. Haired. Excellent. Very good word use, Tawib. And the last one already. What does narrow-minded mean?
Narrow-minded means not willing to listen to other people's views.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's you're living in that own small world of yours. Yeah, it's almost the same thing as being conservative. Usually conservative people are very narrow-minded. Yeah. Can you make a sentence with this?
Okay. My boss has elderly and narrow-minded.
My boss has
elderly and narrow-minded.
Okay, so narrow-minded is a noun, and a noun is something you can possess. For example, having a narrow mind. That is possible, but elderly is an adjective. And an adjective is not something you have, an adjective is something you are. So you can say, my boss is elderly and narrow-minded. In this case, you are using it to describe your boss, but I will say that is correct. So you can say, my boss is elderly and narrow-minded.
Okay, my boss is elderly and narrow-minded.
So you use the verb to be and not to have. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. Good job, guys. Nice sentences. Very, very well. Let's quickly continue. So we're going to see our idioms and phrases. So I want you to choose either the idiom of today or the phrase and make a sentence with that. I will, in the meantime, explain them. So we have bridge the gap. That means to make a connection where there is a great difference. Yeah, bridge the gap, if you look at it literally, you're making a bridge over the gap. So you're making that connection. And differ in something for people or things. It means to be different in a specific way or in specific ways. So it means that you have a clear difference in something or some things. Yeah. We're going to make sentences. For example, he promises to change the tax laws to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Tawib, can you choose either the idiom or the phrase and make a sentence with it?
Bridge the gap. My parents have traveling together. That it is to bridge the gap between my father and my sons.
Can you repeat that sentence for me?
Oh, it's a long sentence. My parents have a traveling together.
Have My parents have a
My parents have traveling together.
traveling. Okay, have to maybe. My parents have to travel. In this case, not traveling. Different verb use. My parents have to travel together
Together.
to bridge the gap between them and my children. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So, yeah. Yeah, very good. So they have to travel. I will write down the 12 verb tenses. I've been giving out a web page with 12 verb tenses with a very clear explanation. And about a week ago, I found another one. At the end of the class, I will give you that web page so we can practice a little more. Hua, can you choose one of the two sentences?
Yes. I choose the first one. She organized a warm dinner to bridge the gap between her husband and her grandmother.
Excellent. Yeah, very good. And Pink, can you make a sentence with one of the two sentences?
Okay. I'm not sure, but I will choose the second one. Differ in something. The sentence is my dad and I are differ in using technology.
So, very good. Yeah, I understand what is hard about this. Differ is a verb.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to use are.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
So,
Okay. My parents and I differ in using technology.
excellent. Good job, Pink. Very good. I understand the mistake. It's sometimes hard to spot a verb or a noun if you don't know the word that clearly. So very good. Good correction. We're flying through this, guys. I'm really proud of you. The next part of our class will be the grammar. The structures with prevent, subject, prevent somebody or something from the noun or the verb ing. So we're going to make a sentence using this structure. For example, the generation gap prevents us from talking to each other. So if we have to divide this one, here we have the subject. The subject is a he, a she, or an it, the generation gap. It's only one thing, and it's an it. So prevent will get an S, prevents. Somebody or something will be us, from, and then we have a verb ing, talking. And we'll end it with to each other. Tawib, can you make a sentence with this structure?
Yes. The generation gap prevents us from willing to change technology.
Willing to change technology? Yeah, for example, if you are very conservative, you're not willing to change technology. Yeah. Very good, Tawib. Hua, can you make a sentence with this structure?
Yes. She prevents her child from using technology.
She prevents her
Child.
her child. So singular.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, she prevents her child from using technology. Maybe, yeah. Very good, Hua. I thought I heard childs, but can you tell me the plural of child?
Children.
Children, yeah, very good. Okay, excellent. It's called an irregular plurification. Child, children, woman, women, but very good, Hua. Pink, can you make a sentence with this structure?
Okay. I will make with another topic. You should wear the helmet when you ride a bike. It will prevent you from injured.
Injury.
Injury. Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know
very good.
the noun.
Yeah. Very good. One small thing, you don't ride a helmet.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the only thing. You should wear a helmet, of course. So use a different verb. Yeah, you should wear a helmet when you ride a bike. It will prevent you from injury. Injury is a noun, and injure is a verb. Excellent. Good job. Let's go to our conversation. So the conversation of today, we're going to do a little dialogue. Student A, you are 65 years old and you have a grandson who is 15 years old. Your grandson often refuses to listen to you, doesn't enjoy spending time with you. And student B, you are student A's friend. Give student A some advice on how to deal with the generation gap in his or her family. I want to start with Tawib as student A, since you're maybe the closest to 65, and Hua, you are student B.
Yes.
I'm sitting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Hua.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Today, Hua. My grandson, who is 15 years old, he often refuses to listen to me. He don't enjoy spending time with me. Could you suggest me how to deal with the generation gap in my family?
Okay.
Thank you in advance. Okay.
I think that first you consider he is your friend and you try to find his habit. It means what kind of activity he do, and also what kind of newspaper or book he read, and you try to share with him. And at that time he feel very friendly and open mind with you. You can give him advice. At that situation, easy to accept than you say no. For example, he want to use the iPad to play game all day. You can say that no, stop it and go to study, something like that. He's not happy. For example, you can play with him just a short time, and you can say that okay, you play this one for a long time. It's harmful for your eyes. Just relax. And if you have learned or dinner, after that, I will give you to play again. For example, it's easy to accept and also to advise him to study, something like that. You follow his habit, and when he feel happy, and you can stop him and drive him to follow your ways, and consider him to become your friend. Not think that he is very young and must follow your thinking. So I think it's the best. I think that's the way I already work with my younger brother.
Okay, this is a good suggestion for me. Yes, thank you.
And just one more idea. You must listen him and ask him some difficulty in his life. For example, you go to school today, well, you are happy or not happy, or do you have any problem, something like that, and just like a friend to share the idea with him.
Yeah, like to friends. Okay. Yes, thank you for your suggestion.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. Hua, very good. I know this, that you are a very well-spoken person. You want to say a lot, and you're very excited. So that's a good thing. Let's try the next conversation, Hua. In this case, you are student A, and Pink is going to be student B.
Okay, hello, huh?
Yes. Hello, Pink. I just want to tell you, I'm very tired now because I have the grandson. He 15 years old and he very stubborn and he don't want to listen to me, and also he don't want to spend time with me. For example, I want him to travel with me or to do something with me. Would you please give me some advice? What can I do in this situation?
Okay, I think it's because of the generation gap. He's only 15. He's a teenager. It's hard to understand he and it's hard to understand him. So you should know that what is the activity that he interested. Like you can notice from every day that when he live with you in a house or any place, you can notice that what what are things that he loved doing, and you just start to do that activities with him, like okay, you you start to understand him. Maybe you can hang out with him. I think the things that make your grandsons not not listen to you because he think you are too old to understand him. It's not you are not in his generations. You will not understand him. So you should make sure that you are willing to understand him all the time and willing to do everything with him, and it will make him appreciate to talk with you. He will talk to you and enjoy every moment with you if you understand him.
Yeah.
That is my advice. Yeah, it's have a many activity that you can do with your grandsons. Yeah.
Okay, very good, guys. Excellent conversation. Pink, very clear voice, very good advice. I noticed the mistake in the pronoun, but you noticed it as well and corrected yourself immediately, he or him. I heard two excellent conversations, guys. Good job. I think we have time for one more conversation. So, Pink, now you are student A, and Tawib, you are student B.
We
Hi, good Pink.
Hi, I want to talk to you. I have a
Yeah.
grandson and he's not listen to me at all. He always do his thing and not interested to do everything with me. What can I do? What should I do? Can you advise me?
Okay. Nowadays, the generation gap is between grandfather and grandson. Your grandson is you are 65 years old, and your grandson is 15 years old. In fact, they have differ in thinking. Example in listening of the music, playing in sport, watching all the TV story. I think is you often told him a story of your life, and he is boring that is story. In my opinion, I suggest you try to talk things about in the like in teenage story, in the teenage cinema or the and the music. You try in the listening in the teenage music. You try to respect or in the thinking from the your sons. Try to up to date for the new technology. And you try to really to change anything to quite to the your sons. You try to look younger, style, example to back hair, to the up to the in the fashion clothing. Yes. This is
Okay.
all the recommendation to you to reduce in generation gap from your and your grandsons.
Okay. I will turn my hair back tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, very good, guys. Excellent. Yeah, 3 good conversations. Taweeb, it is still a little bit of pronunciation, but we have been working on that for the last month, so it will get better soon. In the end, good advice, good friendly conversations. Yeah, excellent. You students like you make my job as a teacher very, very easy. We're going to see our assessment. I will do the assessment classically, so if you have a question, please raise your hand, or you can also type it in the chat box if you're a little nervous maybe, but you raising your hand will help you as well. Pronunciation. The pronunciation overall is quite well, but in the conversation I did notice some ending sounds. Ending sounds. Ending sounds in the conversation was still a little hard. Be careful with that. Ending S's, for example, but also ending T's. I heard in about. Haired, yeah, ED. Be careful with that ED. D and ED. Be careful with these ending sounds, especially in your conversation. You are all on a level in your conversation on which you can really practice the minor points, and the next point will be that pronunciation, the ending sounds. Else is the R and the L is still a little hard. The practice words for this will be grumpy, and we're doing a different word, clumsy. So I will clumsy. These are the practice words for the L and the R, grumpy and clumsy. Else the pronunciation was very, very well. Good job, excellent. The vocabulary went well. The explanation of the vocabulary, I always like to do it as short as possible. A short explanation. So the shortest explanation you can have is a synonym. So what I want you to do is to find synonyms for the words. So find a synonym for grumpy, find a synonym for stubborn, find a synonym for conservative. In the end, if you can explain your words with just one other word, that will give you a great explanation of the word. That means you have a broad variety of words to use. For example, when you are in a conversation, but you cannot think of the word conservative, let me think of a good, maybe conservative is not such a good explanation. Let me think of a good, yeah, maybe grumpy. Grumpy will be the easiest. Irritable, for example. So let's say you're in a conversation and you cannot think of the word grumpy, then you can say irritable. It will show that you have a great vocabulary and you won't have to stutter in a conversation the way I just did with conservative. Then for the grammar, as I promised, I had a 12 verb tenses web page. I will look it up for you right this moment. Let me see if I can. 12 verb tenses. I think this is it. There's a very clear explanation of the 12 verb tenses. Yeah, my computer is a little... Yeah, very good. This is it. Take a look at this web page. It has a very clear explanation of the 12 verb tenses. What we discussed was collective nouns. What we discussed were collective nouns. That is a collective noun as well. So it could be was or were, because collective nouns